We hear and talk a lot about focusing on the important things in life, the things that mean the most to us. And if they weren't there, we would feel like we were missing something really important in our days and feel incomplete, right? Each of us knows what those relationships and people are to us, right? So, how often does life challenge our time and attention from those things and people? And while we cherish these very valuable elements in our life, we always feel we can't truly spend the time and attention that we want on them. Hi, I'm Amy with Dragon's Foot Apothecary, an online living natural resource. And today's video log is about how we honor those connections that really matter in our life and actually have time to enjoy them. So, I love thinking about those really special people in my life. These are the relationships that make my heart glad and that I would literally do anything to protect them. They give me shelter, love, comfort. They also give me that nudge and push when I need that too. And they just make me feel happy and very proud to be part of their life. So these are my inner circle people, right? And the ones that I know without a doubt are in it for the long haul with me, and they're not going to leave my side no matter what. We all have these people in our life, and they mean the world to us. So the problem is, and it sets in, when real life wants to take our attention to a million other things besides taking the very best care of these very special relationships. It makes us feel like we're not worth them or that we're not doing the right by them. This is where mom guilt comes in, and we all have it, right? So, for example, have you ever beat yourself up for snapping at your kids because they were just being kids, but you're tired from your day and the stress that it contained, so you take it out on them? Or how many times have you laid into your husband because of who knows what, right? And it doesn't really matter what, all because we had a bad day at work and things aren't going well. And again, we're stressed and we're tired. It happens, right? So the things we put into our life to give us money through our jobs or programs we sign our kids up for to have enriching experiences, or even just trying to give them a clean house to live in and a meal on the table, can really become this overwhelming, stressful, frustrating, leaving us feeling like we're not doing anything good enough or right by these special people. Okay, we all have it, and we take it out on them. We do. Okay, so all this year we have pretty much been at home with our families, and this has been good and bad, right? So sure, we've had extra time to spend together in the evenings. We've gotten some extra time that we may not have had, but we've also been juggling a lot of the same things and responsibilities for trying to work all day, keep the kids entertained while we work, while we're in another conference call, figure out what we're going to do about their schooling, work on grocery lists, because I don't know about your house, but the snacks in my house are always gone these days. And for many of us, our lives really haven't changed, other than we are truly doing it from the makeshift command central of our homes now, instead of out and about in the world. And that may be a little more time for these special people, but not as much as we would like, and not the kind of quality time they deserve, right? Where we can really dig in and have some really fun experiences, right? So I absolutely hate not getting to spend time with my son because I'm on a meeting and a meeting after that, and I see him out riding his bike, and I want to be out there with him, right? I mean, that looks a lot more fun than my meetings. So what do we do about this? Now, I don't know about you, But reducing the mom guilt and having my family know how truly special they are to me by being able to give them more of my undivided attention would be completely awesome. And I'm sure it would be for you too, right? So, like all the things on my blog, I'm trying to give you the hard truth of things, but put it in a way that can actually figure out how to apply it and make it unique for each of our situations. Because after all, living more naturally is about personalizing things so it fits our life and it works for us, right? But you have to, the hard truth is, what we plan is what we allow. And you got to let that sink in a minute. So I'm going to say it again. What we plan is what we allow. And this isn't about just fitting one more thing in your schedule. Now, you can say you don't have a plan and you're full of nonstop surprises. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. So bear with me. But what you plan is what you allow. And here's what that means. We are ultimately in charge of our calendars. Yes, we have to work, and that takes a significant amount of time, but there are still 24 hours in a day, and we have a full responsibility of how we use that time. Outside of our work schedule, we still have a lot of time left that we can use for things that matter. That should include time for ourselves, time with our special people, and the things that really promote what makes us happy, what makes life easier. Now, if you don't trust me, go out to the Google and download a worksheet called the 168-hour worksheet and start looking at where you spend your time. Chances are you got more time than you realize. Getting control of our calendars is a big step in living more aligned to what is right for us and making sure that we can manage what goes on our schedule. This, however, is not an easy task, but one that is super important to helping us breathe and feel like we have the ability and space to live more naturally. And that's step one. There are many ways to get control of our calendar, but this is absolutely the best place to start and figuring that out. Okay? So secondly, and this is a tough one for me as a mom, but it involves what we are signing our kids up for. Now, yes, I want to make sure my son has great opportunities to try new things, play sports, have an incredible experience in his childhood, but the most important experience they need is time with me. Okay? When COVID happened this year, our son's weekly karate lessons became available on Zoom every day in the afternoon. This was great because he could continue taking his karate lessons and he was now getting more of them, right? And at the same time, I signed up for a free personal trainer that my job was offering for 12 weeks. So as soon as karate was over, my son started working out with me and even reminds me of it being a workout day. Now this has created a special time for us to do something together while still doing something that is enriching for him and healthy for the both of us. And we have to get creative, but I'm betting that you too can find these things that are both meaningful for us and our children and use that time as connection with them. Okay? Okay, now lastly, we got to be real about what we really want in our life. We know who is special to us, but we need to have a very honest, raw conversation around what we want in our lives and what that looks like. Now, if we don't have that picture in reality now and are not working towards creating that, then we need to create a plan to make that happen. Our personal fulfillment and satisfaction in life is directly tied to how closely we create that picture in our minds of what the perfect life looks like. Now, a note about this perfect life. It is not what anyone else's life looks like. or what you see as an awesome idea and you'd like to have it too. It's not that at all. This is where you really sit with what makes you happy, how you like to spend your time, who you like to spend your time with, and what you do for work. Okay? It is what makes you feel happy, excited to get up in the morning, and what you look forward to every day. It is a feeling, a sensation, and an environment that we are all capable of creating for ourselves. Now, this takes some time to dissect and really get down to that list of what these things are and what they look like. But just like getting control of your calendar, it's an important step to take. Because once we have that, we can see our calendars be things that lead us to feeling more inspired and complete at the end of the day, and how we're building that dream into reality. We see connections with those special people in our lives be enriching and fulfilling. And we have time for those relationships where we're not as tired and stressed and overwhelmed, so that we can actually enjoy them. We also see a balance in our life where everything flows better and it feels more fitting for us personally and individually. This, my friend, is the key to connecting in our life and to what matters most to us. Until next time, live very well naturally, my friend. I'll see you there.